Welcome to the True Topics podcast, sponsored by True Star Media at BBF. My name is Christian,
I'm James.
I'm Kabira.
I'm Diamond.
and today we'll be talking about the signs of mental illness. According to sandstonecare.com, excessive worry, fear, or sadness, problems concentrating or learning, extreme mood swings, self harm or suicidal thoughts, change in sleeping or eating habits, and irritability or anger are all signs that you need to go get that help, okay? So, yeah, let's talk about that. So, how you guys feel about that?
I know I've had a few times where like my sleep schedule has been off, or lately I just have not been eating as much as I usually do. Like it's been a minute where I just stopped eating. I used to eat a lot, but now I get full real fast, and I don't even want to eat as much as I normally do. But I would say, well, I guess like depression falls under mental illness, but I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say I'm really like depressed. Like I do like feel something. Like I know I am going through something, but I don't know if I really want to call it depression.
I feel like I've been stopped eating too. Like I don't eat that much. Like I used to eat like 5 plates a day, bro. I only eat like one time and then I'm full. And then when I be trying to have an appetite, but the appetite just don't be there no more. And then when I be trying to be fun and stuff and happy and stuff, like sometimes when I'm at home and stuff, I just want to lay in my bed and be alone sometimes, and I be sad and stuff. So. But I don't think it's depression. I just think I just like,
I agree. I feel like lately the energy been off, like something been in the air where it feel like the energy and like it make you more tired. The rain been pushing back like sleep schedules and stuff like that. I just feel like the energy been way thrown off, and like the people around why that energy is created is just all bad.
I agree with you guys, because it's like, it's a lot of things that go on that can cause this, stress from school or like any like outside drama and things like that. And it's like, you really have to pay attention to these signs. This is why we are talking about this topic, because it's very important for everyone to understand. Don't ignore these signs. Don't go into a deep don't go into a deep sadness and things like that. Like, actually get the help that you need.
Yeah, I want to go back and speak about what Damon said about like going out and stuff, because I know like I like going out and I try to go out a lot because I know when it's just me in my room. Sometimes I want to be alone, but when it's just me in my room, I'm bored, and when I'm bored, I just get to thinking, and then when I think too much, then I get upset, and then I start just thinking about stuff that I don't want to think about, and I hate thinking about. So that's why I try to go out as much as possible, just to keep my mind off stuff. Well, I don't even gotta go out, just having company and stuff like that, just to take my mind off things that I would think about that would get me down there and get me into a deep funk. But according to the National Institute of Mental Health, young adults aged 18 to 25 have the highest prevalence of mental illness in the United States, with that being at 33.7%. Now, this is followed by adults aged 26 to 49 at a 28.1%, and adults 50 and older at a 15%. So, I I feel like I understand why the 18 through 25 will have the most, like, the highest percent, because when you're in that age range, you're like, that's when you're like, you starting like 18, like you're starting college, and even when you're 25, you might still be in college. And when you're like, when you were a teenager from like 14, 15, 16, stuff like that, that was high school. And high school is stress. School itself is stress, which is can contribute to depression. So when you in that age from 18 to 25, you're still in school, and then you're in college at that. So that's like more work, that's more stress, and that's like less time for you to think and be with yourself to make sure that you can be great and feel good. Now, AMI is also more prevalent among females, than males. It says females has a 27.2% and males have an 18.1%. So what y'all think? Do y'all think that, like, do y'all understand why females has a higher percentage of mental illness than males?
Maybe because females like they have a lot going through their head.
I feel that I feel like it can be true, but at the same time, you never really know. I feel that. Ugh. All right, I feel that this can be pretty much be true because like when it comes to like males usually don't really express their feelings as much, or they're like pretty much programmed to like guard off their feelings, and like females females feel more. So that's how I feel.
I understand why females have a higher percentage because I feel like on a regular day, females are like stereotyped more than males. Like females just have a lot to go through. I feel like sometimes females feel more than males, and males just tend to bottle their feelings up, which why I think that's probably why they have the positions that they have, because males like bottle their feelings up and they don't express it, and they just don't talk to nobody about it. So yeah. But also, according to the CDC, in 2021, 42% of high school students are persistently sad or hopeless, and 29% have experienced poor mental health. Often, I'm sad. I won't say about like hopeless. I definitely do have my times, but I am sad a lot, and then like going through just day to day stuff and going through stuff at home, and then just stuff in my head that's like it be messing with me sometimes. Like, but what do y'all think about that? Like, do y'all have times where y'all sad? Are y'all sometimes more sad than happy? Like, what y'all
I
days look like?
I do agree. I feel like when you at home, it's like you at home, so like the like that's when all the thoughts get to running through your head, because it's like you by yourself. That's when you really get the time to just think and just sit back and just look, like everything just be coming through your head, like stuff that you don't want to think about. It just start roaming through because you by yourself and you ain't got no distraction around you, or you ain't got people distracting from like the thoughts that you really want to go through your head. So
Yeah, and I feel like when I'm alone, I'm like an overthinker, so I'll think about a lot. Like if I be like, say if I'm like laying down in the bed and I'm just looking at the ceiling, something in my head, I'm just gonna be thinking like, what happened? I don't wake up in the morning. Why would this? Like I'm just an overthinker, so I feel like that's true. Like yeah.
once you get to like thinking about one thing, then a whole bunch of like 100 different other things come through your head, and then you just get to be, it just it just like crash. It's like a big storm like roaming through your head with like different like thoughts, and then it just get deep, and then it could like throw the energy all the way off. You get to be like, it really can make you emotional and stressed and depressed when you just by yourself and all them thoughts roaming through your head. You ain't got nobody to talk to.
Really find someone you could talk to, or find different ways to focus on your mental health, especially like as you going back to what you saying, like talking to like your family members or things like that. It's like sometimes you have to like give them grace or whatever, because you like the way they're responding to you, they obviously then haven't been able to have the chance to really take their mental health seriously, so it's another thing, like it's just like one of those generational curses that really needs to be broken.
Yeah, I know. Like sometimes when I be talking to like my aunties or even my mama sometimes, and I tell her like I'm going through something or I'm feeling this type of way, and often I get told like I ain't even live like that. Like they'll tell me like wait till I'm old and I got all these different responsibilities. I feel like I don't like when I'm told that, because I feel like my feelings are just being shut down. Like, and I just feel like I don't have nobody to talk to. And the school counselor is cool, but even when you talk to the school counselor, it's like you don't know what you should have said. You don't know if you say this, it could be taken out of proportion. And so yeah, that's just a lot to think about. Also, according to CDC, 22% of students seriously consider attempting suicide, while 10% actually attempted suicide. So, do y'all know anybody, or have y'all ever considered suicide? Like, has that been a thought in y'all head?
Yes.
How did that come about? Like,
What stopped me was nothing. I just didn't want to die at the time. I didn't want to die in my head, but I didn't want to die for real. But the only reason I was trying to suicide myself because my mama whooped me, and I was trying to get, I was trying to get attention. So that's why. But she ain't even care about me. She just told me just die, and so that's what happened.
I know for me, I when I was like 13, 14, I used to always think about killing myself. I know I used to watch shows where they make killing themselves look easy, or like cutting their wrist easy. And when it actually came to it in person, I was never like, I could never bring myself to actually cut my wrist or put a knife to my throat. Like, I never was able to do that. And I remember I used to look for guns. Like, if I was to kill myself, I didn't want no slow death. I wanted something that was quick. So I wanted a gun just so I could like put it through my hair real fast. So like, that's what I wanted. Like, I couldn't do no slow death. I couldn't cut my throat or like stick a knife through my heart or like none of that. But yeah, that's just my experience with suicide. But what caused that for me is I just used to feel like I didn't get paid attention until I feel like nobody was in my corner. I feel like I had nobody to talk to. I felt like I didn't have nobody, like not a mama. Like, I feel like I had nobody was there to understand me. Nobody was there to listen to me. I feel like I had nothing.
Me too, because when I told my mama I was depressed, she told me I wasn't depressed and stuff. But then when she told me to search up a word, and it said she was depressed. And she said, and I was like, so you depressed? She gonna say, yeah. I told her she ain't depressed because, baby, if I ain't depressed, you ain't depressed.
Like, sometimes you have to really like go to a therapist and someone who actually studies the things that you're going through, because sometimes it can be very dangerous sometimes when you have those conversations with family members, because it could be a very biased opinion, so it's very important to like go to a therapist that you could trust, because you don't want like any like family members or friends like to like really influence you based off what they experience.
I feel like it is important to have somebody to talk to when you're going through stuff like that, because like you just like not talking about it, it just not making the situation no better. It just become worse and worse.
Yeah, but I don't know about y'all, but like my family is like very unserious. So it's like, if I were to tell my mama like I was depressed, she'd call like my aunties or my grandma and be like, "Yeah, James, I feel somebody he's some depressed." Like, and it just, I wouldn't be taken serious. So, I have never experienced a therapist. I have never been like in a therapist type area, but that's something that I definitely considered.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, my grandfather actually committed suicide when my dad was like 17. So yeah, but it really like opened his eyes to like actually care about his mental health. And all I can say is that like your life matters, like you matter. Your feelings are very valid. You Yeah, no matter your age. So yeah, so like if you can, like not again, like not everyone has access to therapy, but if you can, try to get therapy, especially if you're black. I would probably suggest going to a black therapist, because a white therapist probably wouldn't understand the the things you go through, because like there's a big cultural difference.
So speaking on therapy, according to psychiatry.org, about 75% of people who attended therapy show some benefit from it. And I feel like therapy is a good thing, because I go to therapy and they really help me. I changed from the ways that I was in 2020. I feel like I changed, and I feel like I'm not that sad anymore, because I was sad and stuff. I was like depressed and stuff. And my mama, she noticed it, because it's like 2020 was hard for me. I ain't even gonna lie, like a lot of stuff was happening, like, and stuff. And I feel like I needed somebody to talk to other than my mama, because I feel like she's not gonna like understand me. She gonna understand me but not understand me at the same time. And I need somebody like to like just like, yeah, outsider opinion, not my mama, because she going through the same thing as me. And it's just like, why talk to her if like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if y'all notice, but all of us on here said that they don't feel like teenagers or like us and just kids don't actually get taken serious. Um, I want to. So for me, I know I want to experience therapy and have another person to talk to, because I feel like the only I'm only taken serious by my mother, like family, is when they can relate. So like if I'm feeling sad or I'm crying because I've lost a family member, that's the only when I'll get like actual attention for, or I'll get heard, or they can like actually talk to me and be there for me. Other than that, like if they can't relate to it, then I won't get taken. I won't get taken serious. Yeah. But yeah, do y'all have any fun thoughts? Anything y'all want to speak on? Do y'all have anybody around y'all that y'all don't have tried or thought about suicide?
Mm. Yeah, make sure you get therapy. If you can't, try to find different ways that you can, like, just like release like any emotions that you had, like any negative emotions. So maybe meditation, or if you like working out, and yeah.
Thank you for listening to the True Topic podcast sponsored by True Star Media. Make sure to follow us on Spotify at True Star Media, Instagram at true.shy, Twitter at true star.life. Bye.
Bye.